What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason.
I'm Ethan.
You're watching Tennessee Mountain Homestead, and today we're back out in the shop to work on Ethan's 1997 Craftsman LT4000 mud mower build. Yesterday, we did an overview of this for the ATLTF build-off, and go ahead and check that video out, link in the description. Today, our goal is to remove all the unnecessary parts from this tractor, mainly the stuff associated with the mower deck. And me not being allowed to actually do much work on it, I'm just gonna kind of be supervising, and old Ethan here is gonna be turning the wrenches.
Crossing the waters, breaking all the limits, then I'm pushing it hard. Striking every match, light it up where it's dark. Now just ain't enough for me. All the stuff that we said has been wasted so many times. My trust I've been tainted, line up excuses, it's all getting gated. Leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth. What are you waiting for? Get up and get it done. As I'm running the corners, waiting for the wave to take me across all the borders.
This is the first time that I've seen under this tractor since he got it. Not a whole lot going on under here, but we're gonna take out these deck hangers, and this goes to the height adjustment lever on the side of the tractor. So we'll take out all this stuff. Then there's a linkage right here that goes to the dashboard, and this is what engages the deck belt. And that whole assembly is on the deck, so this is just a lever. Other than that, guys, check this out. Ethan, if you would, operate the clutch. Here's the clutch idler pulley that tensions the belt on this mechanism right here. So obviously, it's pretty close to the engine pulley. We only have about 3.5 inches max, so that would give us a 7-inch pulley on the engine. But as this moves, it gets closer to the pulley, so that ain't gonna happen. If anyone's watching that has done one of these, what are you guys doing to eliminate this and make something different? You know, any kind of information or a link to your video, I'd appreciate it. Besides that, we're just gonna get to removing this stuff like I said, and we'll be back in a second. Before we start taking out all the stuff under here, we're gonna weigh this tractor with these bathroom scales under each tire before and after to see how much weight we actually take out of it.
So we've got the tractor on the scales. In between all four, this tractor weighs 345 pounds before we take the deck stuff out.
Ethan was able to remove the deck height adjustment fairly easy, and also the deck engagement for the PTO on the deck pulleys. What's left now is this deck height lever, and we could unbolt the console and try to get it out, you know, and leave it complete, but that'd be too much effort. So we're gonna commit our first act of violence against this mower, and Ethan's gonna go with the Sawzall. And Lucy has actually committed the second act of violence. Well, technically the first, because I just caught her chewing on the spark plug wire. Bad girl, don't do that. So let's get going, Ethan. Crank it up. Safety first. He just learned how to use the Sawzall yesterday. That piece out. That's not gonna come out yet. You're gonna have to cut the other side.
Yeah.
All right, one piece down. You might have to cut it like, just on the outside, cut it like right here, look. Cut it like right here. Just cut that off. There's a good vibe in the shop today. Let it go at the bottom.
Perfect.
Perfect execution. Flawless victory. All right, what's next?
I don't know.
Since he's going to be using a slide carburetor on this motor, we don't need any of the throttle linkages or the governor plate or none of that. So he's going to go ahead and take off this whole assembly right here on the side of the engine. And we'll just, where the governor arm goes inside, we'll just tie wrap that or zip tie it or tie wire it over so it can't move around.
Come here, close my eyes, the universe to see.
So we just cut the engine pulley off of the PTO pulley for the deck. And we did this because this sticks down obnoxiously low under the tractor and doesn't even need to be there. So what we're gonna do to put it back on, because the bolt was long, is it's a 7/16 fine thread bolt that goes in the crankshaft. And so we have an abundance of these 7/16 wheel stud bolts. I have a 7/16 washer, and the steel on this shaft is pretty thick, and that takes up a good portion of it. So we're gonna use this to put this back on temporarily. And we're doing this because we want this tractor to be operational. So Ethan is going to be accumulating parts over time. He needs to buy his pulleys. He needs to buy other, whatever, you know, stuff for this tractor. So until then, we're gonna try to get that slide carburetor that he's getting next week on this engine, get it running so that he can at least drive this thing around and start to get the feel for it, even if it's not in its final form. And we're probably going to take the Spicer transmission down out of this that's in it now, and we're gonna weld the differential up or something to lock it up. So like I said, he can start to drive it around. We have some spare ATV tires from other tractor builds that, you know, laying around here that we can use. So that's the point, is so he can drive it around. And having this pulley on there will be one less thing sticking down below the tractor to catch on obstacles. There you go, Ethan. And what you're gonna wanna do is get that back on the belt, get it over, and there you go.
So right now, what we're going to do is just shave off these metal tabs right at the bottom of this heat shield.
We've taken this thing about as far as we can take it today. I thought there was going to be a lot more teardown in this, involved in this, but since we're trying to preserve the tractor so he can actually drive it like I just said, this is going to be it. So we absolutely need to do something about the steering, because it's got this big bend in the drag link, and I know that's because when it turns all the way, it's to clear the spindle arm. That's what it seems like, at least. Maybe something to do with the deck, I don't know. But this thing hangs down obnoxiously low, and the whole steering is just super worn out and loose. Maybe we can replace all the bushings and reinforce the spindles, but Ethan wants to do a custom axle. We'll see how that goes. But like I said, this up on top too, the steering gear, that whole assembly, it's just super sloppy. So we need to address that, and we're gonna take that Spicer out and we're gonna lock it. And hopefully the engine runs good with the slide carburetor, so that way he can drive this thing around and get a feel for it. Otherwise, we're gonna take this thing back off the jacks, or back off the engine hoist here. We're gonna put it on the scales and see where we're at now. We just got done weighing the tractor, and we came out with 311 pounds overall, when last time before we took it apart it was 345. And I think because we had an anomaly, these bathroom scales are super cheap and they're kind of finicky to a certain extent, and I think especially with the lighter weight stuff on them, they don't register as much as when something's heavier. So we had, on the first measurement, the right rear was 100 pounds, and now it's all of a sudden 75. So there's something going on there. So what we decided to do was put every single piece that we took out of the tractor in this dustpan, and now Ethan's gonna weigh himself, and then he's gonna weigh himself holding this. And we're gonna see how much weight that ended up being.
I am 135 pounds.
135.
Now I'm 145 pounds.
So we took out about 10 pounds of stuff. Not bad. It's a good start. And hopefully we don't end up putting too much weight back in this. The transmission and the bigger tires are going to be the majority of that. So he's going to end up with a sub 400 pound tractor. Well, what do you think, Ethan?
I'm excited. I mean, got a lot lighter. Some weight taken off.
Yeah, this thing's looking a lot cleaner too. And just knowing that all that stuff isn't underneath it anymore, it's just the bare basics of what it needs to be. So it's looking a lot cleaner and it's a few pounds lighter. But we're gonna go ahead and end the video here right now because, like we said, we're waiting on parts, the carburetor, whatever else we're gonna get for this, in the near future. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Also, go over and take a look at Ethan's channel, at Sparkless Prime. I'll put a link in the description. And once again, I'm Jason.
I'm Ethan.
This is Tennessee Mountain Homestead, and we'll see you on the next one.